My name is Dr. Wilbert Joseph Andrews, Jr. I'm the math supervisor for DeSoto ISD. Today our focus, or our math lesson focus, will be secondary mathematics, 6th grade through Algebra I. TEK 8.3b explains. The student will be able to calculate the rate of change of a linear function represented tabularly, graphically, or algebraically in context of mathematical and real-world problems. This particular problem was taken from the 2017 release STAR exam for Algebra I. The function of y equals 3.75 plus 1.5 parentheses x minus 1 close parentheses can be used to determine the cost in dollars for a taxi ride of x miles. What is the rate of change of the cost in dollars with respect to the number of miles? Rate of change in algebra simply means we're looking for the slope of a line. So, to represent y equals mx plus b. When dealing with rate of change in algebra, we always refer to slope-intercept form. Quite simply, another form would be distance equals rate times time, in which we referenced that on a problem, 7th grade TEK that we did for 55 miles per hour. It's just a different form of different letters. Y equals mx plus b refers to, or the part we're looking at is y equals mx, which is the rate of change. B is simply where the line crosses through the x coordinate. So that's your y-intercept. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this problem right here, or this equation, which is almost set in slope-intercept form, and we're going to correctly put it in slope-intercept form and find out what the slope is. The slope of a line is the rate of change that we're talking about. So y equals 3.75 plus 1.5 times x minus 1. Quite simply, we would have to manipulate this equation. I would put 1.5 x minus 1 over here, and I would put 3.75 over here. I'm putting it in slope-intercept form. Okay. Some mathematical things. We're going to do distributive property. 1.5 times x would be 1.5x. Remember, we're doing distributive property. 1.5 times negative 1 would be negative 1.5 plus 3.75. We're simplifying the equation. 1.5x, and now I got to do some mathematics. Positive and negative integers. Okay, so 3.75. Since we have a minus in front of 1.5, we're going to say minus 1.5. 5 minus 5 is 0. 7 minus 7 is 0. And 3 minus 1 is 2. So my y-intercept is 2. Now I have my problem in slope-intercept form simplified. Remember, this is your slope. Slope is rate of change. Here's your y-intercept. This is where your line crosses through the y-axis if I look at a coordinate grid. Remember, this is y, this is x. This is where that line would go through the y-intercept. So let's look at the answer choices. I'm looking for a slope of 1.5x. Here, quite simply, the answer would be F, $1.50 per mile. Looking at the other answer choices, the rate of change or the slope would be 375, 425, and 525. By simplifying our slope-intercept equation, we found out that the slope was $1.50 per mile. So, in closing, that was our example for our Algebra I TEK. Thank you for your attention.
Now Now that you know what it's about, go and test it on out. Don't keep your head in the clouds. If you got questions, speak out. We got answers for the questions, learning them a blessing. Take this all to heart, knowledge makes you become legend.
Can I get a 1 to the 2 to the 3 to the 5?